What? I am live. I am live. We are live in the light room. Let me go ahead and give StreamYard access so that those comments, when they pop up, we know who said what. Welcome to the light room. It is Mental Health Mondays. I am absolutely delighted that you are here. Check in with your green hearts so that we know you are here. And I told y'all we've gotten fancy in the light room. We now have a green room. So my guest is here. He's in the green room. I don't have any snacks in there, but he's in there. So check in with your green hearts. Again, let me make that public, so that when your comments come up, we can see them. Be sure to share the live in your network, share them on your social media platforms, in your family Facebook, text message group, wherever people are who need to be moving their bodies. Of course, if you're new to the Mental Health Monday space, I am Marquita Dorsey, mental health advocate and coach. My goal here is to educate, empower, and equip the Black and Brown communities with knowledge, skills, tools, and resources to advocate for their mental health. And with that, I have allowed this podcast space to be a relatable, a safe, and resourceful space for people to come in and talk about mental health. There's no taboo here. We don't judge here. We don't get people in spaces where they're going to feel some type of way. So welcome to the light room. If this is your first time, I hope it's not your last time. Again, be sure to share the live and let people know that we are live here in the light room. Your comment section is open. If you have any questions for myself or my guest today, be sure to put that information in the comment section. I hope you all had a good Monday. All right. It has been officially 2 weeks since we've seen each other. So I hope you've had a good Monday. Hope you've had a good day. And we're here. We are here. Check in with your green heart so that we know you are here. So that we know you are here. Oh, wow. Somebody passed away. Okay. But check in with your green heart so that we know you're here, right? I'm happy to open up this space on this good Monday. Again, I am Marquita Dorsey, mental health advocate and coach, right? Asking you to check in with your green hearts. Welcome into this mental health space. We're going to talk about movement as health. Movement is health. The benefits of exercise. And one of the most common mental health disorders and illnesses that we're dealing with right now is depression and anxiety. Those numbers have increased significantly, especially due to since COVID. But life has been lifing, right? Life has been wait now, don't take me out on the beginning. Life has been lifing for a lot of people. And so depression and generalized anxiety and even acute anxieties and all the other DSM-5 diagnoses have been on the rise, right? People who've never had any issues are now experiencing issues with their mental health. So check in with your green hearts. Let us know you're here. We're going to talk about moving your body. That's one of the freest medications you can ever receive. And I'm going to tell you. So I'm going to share this with you before I bring him onto the stage. Go ahead and share this live, because when he come in, I don't want anybody to miss this opportunity to hear these good nuggets, to probably laugh. I'm going to tell y'all now. So some people will know who he is and some people won't. He's a comedian too. So we may laugh a little bit as we get this information, but I just want to share this with you. A recent study done by Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health found that running for 15 minutes a day or walking for an hour reduces the risk of major depression by 26%. You may be the type that don't take medication. You may be the type that says you don't need nobody talking to you and all those things. I'm very sure if you have the ability, you are the type to go to the gym, to go outside. Going outside and walking is free, right? Walk around your complex, walk around your neighborhood, walk around wherever you can. Use your legs. So running for 15 minutes a day or walking for an hour reduces the risk of major depression by 26%. There are benefits to moving your body, being healthy, and exercising. So that's my intro. You know why we're here. Share this live. Check in with your green hearts. I am going to bring him from the green room so we can go ahead and get this conversation started. If you have, there you go. Okay, girl, because don't make me call down there. If you have any questions, be sure to put your questions in the comment section so that we can get those questions answered. Share this live. We're going live right here in the light room.
Whoa, what up, though?
Welcome to the Light Room, Darius Stowers.
What up?
I'm sure you were absolutely stunned when I reached out to you, asked you about coming in there. Like, what? Who, me? What was your initial thought?
Hey, look, I appreciate it, man. I like the podcast. I like to talk. I like to have a good time. So, anytime somebody invite me on the podcast, if I'm able to do it, I do it. I jump on.
That's it.
So,
Well, I absolutely appreciate you making space for us on tonight in the Light Room to share with our community how movement is health and the benefits of exercising. And we'll talk about how we got from where we were to here where we are and why you're here for this topic. So y'all know how we do in the Light Room. I tell you how I met the guests, and then I allow the guests to introduce themselves in their own way, letting you know what they want you to know about them. I keep joking now.
It might need to be a podcast about breathing properly.
Come on, breathing techniques, because my God, today.
Yeah.
Some trying to take me down, but I'm here for it. I'm strong. I came up 3 flights of stairs, so I'm strong. But I met Darius. We went to Delta State University together, actually. So I seen him on campus. I seen him around campus. I don't know if we've ever had just like a real interaction, but if you've ever gone to Delta State University, you know it's not like a really big university. So it's very easy to keep bumping into somebody, whether you talk to them or not. But we have some mutual friends. I'll say that way. And at one point we shared in mutual organizational life. So, but on opposite spectrums. But that's how I know Darius. Essentially, we went to Delta State together. He was always seemingly like the life of the party. He was always energetic, always, seemingly a fun guy to be around. And I have to say seemingly because like I said, I don't think we've ever had any one-on-one interaction. But that also goes to show people you do what you do and you be who you are. It doesn't matter. You never know who's watching. You never know when you get an opportunity to come and talk about who you are and how people remember you. So, because I could have a different story, right? I could tell you what Darius did to me at Delta State. But I don't have that story. So it was always good seeing him. Like I said, he was always full of energy. And yeah, that's how I know Darius. That's where I met Darius. And of course, when Facebook came out, whenever it was, you always, because it was for college people, young folks.
They don't remember that, man.
They don't know about that.
Facebook for everybody now, man. Facebook used to have a college email. You had to have an email associated with the college in order to get on.
There you go. Not thinking like you work at, Abercrombie or somewhere, and you only 9 years old. But that's how I met Darius, and we are here now. So I'm gonna allow him to introduce himself to the Light Room.
All right, that's me, Darius, man. Basically, I think we done bumped into each other before. You know what I'm saying? Around the way, maybe at a party or two, hanging out. Whoop, whoop. Comedian. I do comedy. Locally here in the Midwest. So, if you're ever out and I'm at a show, man, if y'all live in the Midwest, come check me out. Mostly in Grand Rapids, but I'm Chicago, Ohio, around them ways and whatnot. Michigan, Detroit, wherever. I got a day job. We don't talk about my day job, but I got a day job. I'm good at my day job too. But the comedy is where you can support it. I got a podcast. We're kind of on a little hiatus right now, and we do the Jungle is Hell podcast. A little hiatus for a little while, but we're gonna get that kicked back up too. This is kind of my re-entry back to podcasting here in a minute. So
I'm gonna shake the dust off. Get that dust off.
Little dust off the podcasting wheels, and just man, I'm just me, man. Come check out the page, the Jungle is Hell podcast page. We still got 100 and some episodes that you can catch up on real quick. Health advocate, man. I said, we're gonna add that to my resume. Health advocate.
That's right.
Yeah. That's right. For the day, just for the day on the health advocate.
Just for the day on it. And I told y'all, I know, y'all know me, so I can get a little churchy, preachy sometimes and be all serious about it. But I'm telling you, he already expressed that he's a comedian. So to those of you who are routine to the light room, just know we can have much of a lighthearted conversation about a serious situation. So, and laughter is absolutely good medicine. So we appreciate every now and then to be able to laugh. And sometimes our pain. Shout out to Kevin Hart. So with those things in mind, with those things being said, I'm going to ask one more time if you would go ahead and share this live on your Facebook page, share it in your text message group, share it with your family, your friends, everybody who needs to understand how important it is and how vital it is for us to move our bodies for our mental and our physical health. All right. So again, welcome to the Light Room. Here, again, we have 3 goals: to educate, empower, and equip the Black and Brown community with the knowledge, skills, and tools to advocate for their mental health. And I'm not a therapist, right? So I'm not just in here to talk about feelings and emotions and all those things. When I say advocating for your mental health, I mean every aspect of your life, everything that could possibly cause you some type of distress or dis-ease that could lead to poor mental health, which is how we got to this conversation today. So from your perspective and your experience, what's mental health for you? What has it been like for you?
Mental health. Man, I tell you what, man. Growing up as a black male, you just don't really dig into mental health too much. Growing up, it's just kind of like you are what you are, and you get it how you get it, and nobody really talked about that as much. As a child, or even as a young adult, really, it's kind of becoming just more common and more talked about, more dealt with, and we able to just like talk about our feelings more and just I don't know, we get to dig a little deeper now, and we understand like why we are the way we are. So mental health for me is like just like basically like digging deep into why you are the way you are. You know what I'm saying? It just it for lack of better words, it's like how you raise, right? How you raise, and then how that translates to the person you are now. And a lot of times that requires some deep digging and some uncomfortable deep digging at that. And it's like for real, it's like you when you go into and I ain't even no mental health person, to be honest. I'm
Oh,
just
it
gonna be
sounds
real.
like it.
I
It
ain't need no
sounds
mental.
like it.
I ain't need no mental health person because first off, I think mental health the I think people overuse the term, and I think people overuse the diagnosis. Um, and I say that because not a lot of that stuff is like a clinical diagnosis that you ain't never been clinically diagnosed. You can't just be like I'm depressed. You sad. You sad. There's a difference between depression and being sad. Okay,
Is it now?
there's a difference. You can be sad and this to be like I'm depressed. And I think people throw these terms around because they real terms. They real they real situations. You know what I'm saying? They real illnesses at sometimes. You know, well not sometimes they are real illnesses. However, the depression and the anxiety people speak of these days, like everybody anxious about something, but you just can't be like I got anxiety. That's just not how that works. Like that's just like saying, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like saying, oh, all right, I'm getting a little fatigued. I'm getting a little fatigued. I gotta use the bathroom a lot. I'm feeling sleepy a whole lot. I got diabetes. And you
So
never
what
been to
you're
the doc,
saying
but
is
you never been to the doctor before. You just can't say you got diabetes. You just
right.
can't
So what
like
you're
that's
saying is people need to go to the doctor and get the diagnosis and find out exactly what's going on.
exactly what's going on. And I just feel like people just overuse it and kind of water it down. So that way it's like the boy who cried depression. You know?
Glad you said the boy who cried it though.
Yeah, for real,
So
for real.
again, if you're just checking in or if you're new here, we usually we're having there's laughter and seriousness in this conversation. Not just the one. So I'm speaking to my audience because I know how we typically do things, but I also want to encourage you all that another reason for him being here is his comedic genius. And sometimes you can be having the worst of days and somebody says something to you or you see something and it makes you laugh and it changes your whole day, the whole trajectory of how you feel. So we're still talking about what we need to talk about. And he opened up with a lot of good stuff. And I'm glad as a black man, he said that out loud, that it's true. it wasn't talked about, right? There wasn't a whole lot of space when we were in our developing years to talk about our mental health, what that actually looks like and what that actually feels like, which could also be the reason that people are overusing the terms. People are improperly using the terms. And so that's why the Mental Health Monday and so much of the information out here exists. Now, we want to make sure people are clear. And to his point, go to the doctor.
Go to the doctor. And then look, can I say this? When you go to the doctor, that does not qualify you to be a therapist to other people. See, this is what I see a lot too. I see a lot of people go get therapy, and then they come out and they start spitting the stuff that their therapist talked to them to everybody else. It's like, hey, and I'm just gonna go back to what I said earlier. It's like I go to the doctor, and now the doctor then diagnosed me with diabetes, right? And now every time, if I see you go use the bathroom 3 times, why in my presence, because frequent urination is a sign of diabetes. And now I'm like, hey, you got diabetes, big dog. You got diabetes, big dog. And it's like you just can't go around diagnosing people just because you can got the symptoms of this right here. It's
That's
just
right.
It don't work like that.
That's right. Y'all, I'm tickled, but I'm telling you, that's how true it is. And that's also how people live in spaces that they should not be in, because you are having certain signs and symptoms. Some things look alike. Having being vitamin D deficient can also cause depression or symptoms of depression or depressive episode. Doesn't mean you have depression. That means you have a deficiency in vitamin D. So you're walking around saying you're depressed, but you're not. You're vitamin D deficient, and it's causing you to have depressive episodes and depressive moments. There is a difference. And that's why it's vital for, you go to your professionals, your clinicians, and let them sit down with you, track things, diagnose you. Then you can properly deal with the right thing. Because you out here taking antidepressant when you really need a vitamin D, or you need to go outside and take a walk in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all we saying, y'all, and that's just how we say it. So, have you ever had challenges with your mental health?
Man, I think we all have. I ain't never been no therapist or or nothing like that, no counselor, to be honest. But it's hard to say that you never dealt with mental health, because that's like mental health is just a thing. It's just like, it's just how you feel for the most part. So I think we've all had challenges. I had a pretty tough upbringing with my parents, so yeah, man, mental health. And I grew up in Chicago, and that shit wasn't the greatest. And then I went to Mississippi, and that shit wasn't the greatest. And now, hey, shit, for real, shit, Mississippi, shit. Mississippi was the last and everything good, and the first and everything bad. And now I live in Michigan, shit. Shit, and the sun only be out for 3 months out of the year, so they got that vitamin D deficiency. We all depressed up here in Michigan, but
that would definitely do me bad. That's one of the reasons that I love being in Texas. Plenty of sunshine out here, and I'll be waiting on the seasons to change so that I can have plenty of sunshine. And so, to your point, and it's something that you said earlier about the way people grow up, and it's important for people to know. And I'm going to say, in particular, men, and even more particular, Black men, right? And I'm saying that because, one, that's the community and population that I address, and then 2, we know the challenges and barriers that come with being in our communities and cultures, and all the stress and all the trauma and all the drama that can cause. And so when you grow up as a boy without vitamin D, or without your dad, or without direction, there's a lot of vitamin Ds. Without your dad, without direction, without dreams and visions for your life. If nobody comes in and intervenes in your developmental stages, then it shows up for you as an adult male. So were there people who intervened? You said you had a rough childhood. So were there people that intervened, like mentors or that?
Oh yeah, man. There's tons of people, man. There's tons of people that I can attribute to that my positive outlook on life. So it's like, my grandma was always there for me. I had cousins that, used to always kick it with me and talk to me. I had, still my parents were still, it's crazy. They was functional, but they was messed up at the same time. So, what I'm saying? I got good memories, mostly with my mama, but I got good memories with my dad too. It's like he kind of here's another thing. It's like a lot of people like to focus on the bad that happened, but you kind of leave out the good stuff. It's like, oh, I was raised like this, and we didn't have this, and we didn't have that. But what did you have?
Mm,
What did you have? It's like, yeah, I can talk about the time where I didn't get new shoes for school, but we can also say that I ain't never went without shoes. I ain't never had no holes in my shoes. I ain't never, I was never hungry. You
that's it.
know, you had stuff like that, and it was a time where I was hungry, but it's like at certain times, man, you gotta be thankful and grateful for what you did have. And I think a lot of people would be so focused on what they don't have to where they don't stop and be grateful for what they do have. And I think that is where people, in my opinion, fall short. You know.
Man, that's true and good. And life is really about perspective. And if you go through some of the self help books and articles and tools and resources, one of the top things that they would encourage people to do to help with their mental health is express gratitude.
Hmm.
So, looking at what you did have, like what did happen right, what you did receive, definitely makes for a better outlook, a more positive outlook in life. So, I'm glad you took that perspective. Is that what led to the comedy?
Uh, uh, comedy is more of a trauma response than anything. You look up at the messed up parts of your life and you just laugh about them sometimes. And not all my comedy is about my life, but I mean, some of it is. It's like you take a look at it and it's like, you know what, that was funny, you know, and that it just, I mean, you gotta laugh at life sometimes, man. It's like I said, like looking at the positive stuff about it, or even if it wasn't positive, you just sometimes you just have to sit back and just be like, all right, things got better. Things got better, and thing that was funny. Such and such got drunk, and that was terrible. But that time he got drunk and he fell down the stairs, that was funny. That time that that I mean, Uncle Lee was passed out, and we I don't know, wrote a crayon or a mark on his face. That was funny. It's just like sometimes that when you black man, and you growing up in like terrible situations, bro. Sometimes all you do is you got laughter,
Yeah,
and laughter. They say that's the best medicine. I think doctors will argue that, but laughter is good medicine. I tell you that. And
it is.
like even when you broke, bro, you can laugh. And you broke, if you ain't got nothing, you can laugh. Some stuff you can always smile about something. And it might not be right at the time
Yeah.
that it's happening because it hurt, but eventually the sun come out. No matter how dark it is, eventually the sun come out. It can't be dark forever.
Love the Mars. That's why we love the Mars.
Hey, you hear me? Come on,
Shout out to
Glorilla.
Glorilla. Cool. And again, very good points, very valid point. Because sometimes the other thing and the other truth about it is sometimes the remedy is just that simple. Taking a 15-minute run, taking an hour-long walk, finding a video that makes you laugh, having a conversation with somebody that makes you laugh. Sometimes it's just that simple, right? To your health and to your healing. So definitely made great points. Thank you for sharing those. And so now, like I said, we went to college together, right?
Hmm.
And some things were different in college than they are now, right?
Hmm.
How did exercise become a main factor for you? Because it seems that, like I'll say you were heavier in college, but now you've
Hmm.
toned up, you've worked out, you've put a lot of dedication in. And I also see that there are people who work out with you. Right. So
Hmm.
how did
Yeah,
exercise become what it is for you?
man. Shit, a bad doctor visit after bad doctor visit. I'm telling you, like that, it hit different. Hit different when a doctor tell you. A lot of people say, And it's crazy. So we talking about black people, and black people we in this space, and I get the whole body positivity movement, and that ain't even why I work out as far as like aesthetics or whatnot. It's cool. It's cool to have a little muscle here and there, but I mean, it just exercise is one of them things that you can do for free. It's one of them things that is gonna help your body out. It's gonna help your quality of living out. You know what I'm saying? And when the doctor tell you, hey, you gotta do something, you know what I'm saying, or else. And then you look at your family history. It's crazy. We can look at our family history and see our, grandma had diabetes, your uncle had high blood pressure, your daddy had cancer. You look at all these health scares, and everybody in the house fat. Everybody in the house eating bad, and we that's one of our responses to our trauma too. That's one of our things say we could always laugh, and we also could always eat too. And we be eating some terrible stuff, man. And we just don't like. I ain't never seen my parents work out in my life.
Wow.
Like I ain't never seen them work out. I ain't never like never. And my dad was kind of jacked too. My dad was like a buff dude a little bit when I was younger, anyway. But that was from working. He just worked hard and whatnot. But I just never seen him work out. You know what I'm saying? So you just never take that. I never got that type of instruction or whatnot. I used to see my cousins still working out, but for me, working out is just like uh, it's a solace. It's it just make me feel good. It calms my nerves. It helps my body out. Now, and the reason why I was making the diabetic jokes earlier, I'm diabetic, so you know what I'm saying. It's like lifting weights. It changed my whole joint. You know what I'm saying. It's almost cured it, to be honest, because that's type two. So type two, you can pretty much it's curable. Like you just gotta make sure you eat right and lose enough weight, and you know what I'm saying. You know, uh, just basically get your A1C manageable. You gotta get your blood sugars down and whatnot. So watch what you eat. But it's just like exercise. I think it's something that everybody should do. I don't think it should be nobody that should like. And I know people say stuff like, "I like my body the way it is, and I don't want to." Bro, don't even worry about that. Your body far away. Even you can stay fat. You want? I'm still fat. Like I might have a couple muscles or whatnot, but I'm still a fat dude. I'm still like 265. I'm a fat dude, but like everybody should exercise, regardless of like what you think about exercising. Bro, you should exercise. And it ain't even got to be no strenuous exercise. It can be what you say, walk for an hour. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Walk for an
Anybody
hour,
go
15
anybody can
minutes.
walk for an hour. And let's say you don't even walk for an hour, say you walk for 30 minutes. Or let's say you walk for 15 minutes the first week. You walk for 15 minutes, then now you walk for 20 minutes. And then you walk for and then a lot of people say they ain't got time. Everybody got time to work out. I ain't never met a person that ain't got time to work out. I had a frat brother one time, man. The boy had two kids, a wife at home, was getting a doctorate, was had two jobs, and the man worked out for 45 minutes every morning, probably longer than that. So can't nobody tell me with no regular job, regular life that you ain't got time to work out, man. And it ain't gotta be nothing crazy, ain't gotta be nothing lifting. My weightlifting exercising of choice is lifting weight. So I lift heavy most of the time. So that helps me out a whole lot. Which is very, very good for diabetics, I might add, because lifting weights basically clears out all the glycogen from your cells and your muscles and all that. And glycogen is basically sugar stored, so it really helps out with that. So
You
anytime
got
I
two
check my
kids.
yeah, anytime I check my blood sugar after lifting heavy, that's boom down. Even when it was bad back in the day, you know what I'm saying. It's pretty much regulated now, but it's still going because it's a never ending battle. You know what I'm saying. So. Just exercise, man. Exercise clear your mind, make your body feel better, make you feel better, it make the people around you feel better, it make your clothes feel better. You know what I'm saying? It's unlimited benefits to working out, bro. It's like I can sit here and talk about all day. Go to the gym. You can't go to the gym, get in your living room. There's so much YouTube workouts that
Yeah.
you can go do. It's so many Instagram influencers that put videos out, and you ain't got to pay for none of it. You ain't got to pay for none of it. It's all free. It's all
Yep.
free, and then some of you can pay for it. If you want to get like the what you call that, like a personal trainer or something, cool. Go ahead. But the barrier to entry to exercising is $0. $0. You can go outside and run. Let's say you live in Texas where it's hot 10 months out of the year. So you go outside and you run. And you don't have to be skinny, people. And a lot of people say that it's like, I don't want to. One girl told me that she said, I don't want to work out because I don't want to lose too much weight and my head start looking big. Bro, you gotta get to the losing weight part first before you start
Yeah.
talking about how you gotta start working out first. Like you can't. I don't want to look like, bro. Work out. It's like and I said this yesterday. Take away the aesthetics. Cool, you love the way you look, but don't you want to get stronger?
Yeah.
Don't you want to not be tired? You
Yeah.
know, when you walk up a flight of stairs, 2 flights of stairs, the
Three.
3 flights of stairs. You know what I'm saying? Don't you want to be able to play with your kids? You can't play with your kids out of the playground. You tired. You know what I'm saying? You run around with your kids and your kid want to play hide and go seek, he tag you, and you can't even run after them but 2 or 3 times before you got to go sit down on the bench. And now you go play on the on the. Come on now. And then what type of example are you setting for your kids? I read for this all day. Sorry, but look, what type of example are you setting for your kids if you don't exercise? If you don't care about the way you feel, you don't care about your body. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't like, and it's crazy. I think having fat kids should be child abuse. I think you set them up for failure, bro. To
Yeah.
grow up to be a fat kid, bro, it's not fun.
It's not.
I was a fat,
Maybe a
I was a
bully.
fat, I was a fat, I was a fat kid whole way through, and that's where a lot of the comedy comes from. You a fat kid, it's either you gonna be depressed, or you gonna be sad, or you gonna learn how to joke on some people. I took the latter route, and I learned how to joke on people, but everybody ain't got that in them like that. So
Yeah.
you basically setting your kid up to get talked about at school, and
Yeah.
it's your fault. It's your fault if you got a fat kid. It's your fault. And make no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's say they grow up to be a fat adult. Cool, that's on them. But if they're a fat kid, they under 12, 13 years old, that is your fault.
It's your fault.
And
Yeah.
and
Thank you.
you and you should try to fix it. No fat kids, black people, bro. And I said I talk to black people because that's my people. So I'm gonna talk to y'all. And I go to gyms all over the place, bro. I ain't never been to the gym and I was like, there's a lot of black people here. Black people do not work out. Black people don't work out like that.
Why you think that is? Like now, historically,
Shit.
the ancestors had to work out for work. Different, like you said, your daddy was buff just because he worked hard. But now, yes, gym literally right beside each other. There's literally a
Wow.
Planet Fitness Goals gym like this. But why do you think that culturally we don't work out anymore
Shit,
or work
lazy. Shit,
lazy?
lazy. I promise you, I've been there before. I ain't always worked out. Trust me, shit, lazy. And they know it's and the barrier to entry to go to the gym these days. I'm gonna tell you right now, and they get a bad rep, but Planet Fitness then ruin that for you. You can't make no excuse. It's $10 a month. It's
Yeah.
$10 a month to go to Planet Fitness. It's crazy. $20 if you want to go to any one of them. That means if you're in the area like mine, it's I don't know. It's probably 10 Planet Fitness and within 15 miles of me. You know what I'm saying? 10 Planet Fitnesses. So you can go to any one of them you want to. Let's say you got to go to work over here. Cool, it's a Planet Fitness by that. Planet Fitness by my house. Planet Fitness by your friend's house. You leaving from over there. It's $10 a month or $20 a month. I think it's probably going up like probably like 20 $23. But they even got this thing called Active and Fit. And I want y'all to all look this up. It's called Active and Fit, where you can pay $28 a month and go to Planet Fitness and a bunch of other gyms around your house. You can sign up for that membership, and you can go to a bunch of different gyms. Active and Fit. It's activeandfit.com or activeandfitdirect.com, something like that. Y'all see what I'm talking about. But you can go look that up, and you can go to a lot of different gyms if you don't just want to pay for that. So now you got to pay $28 a month. Cool. And you say I ain't got that. You say I ain't got $28 a month. And that's the excuse I hear from black people all the time. They say, oh, Black people don't have the disposable income. Black people buy a fucking Hennessy. Oh my bad, I was supposed to care. Black people buy Hennessy, and you buy a Polo. You got Jordans on.
No,
You
that's
got
real
this.
talk.
You got all this stuff. You got designer glasses. You got all this stuff, man. You can't tell me it's your health ain't worth $20 a month, and you spend $20 on McDonald's and you spend $20 on crap, just crap, just crap. You know, and you got it. You got $20. You got $30. $30 a month.
Yeah.
$30 a month, so you can feel better.
And look better, sound better, and breathe better, and sleep
Right.
better, right?
Forget to look better, because I ain't even want to do the aesthetic thing. Because I am for body positivity, but not in the way that they preach it. The way they preach body positivity is, hey, I'm fat, love me. And
Love me.
it's so counterintuitive, you know. And I won't even say the name that I'm thinking about, because everybody pick on her, and I don't like that. But it's crazy how, you know, the body positivity for me should be encouraging people to get their bodies right. And you should love who you are, but however, you should also accept the fact that how you are is not good for you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not good. It's not healthy to be fat, and there's no way you can ever encourage, and you cannot convince me of the fact that it is. I don't care what you say. I was reading the comment. I don't care what you say, how you cut it, how you try to build it up, or how you try to say, oh, but you know, you can be skinny and unhealthy. That's true.
That's your
You
say
sure
it.
can.
Your
You
say it.
sure can. You sure can. But that shouldn't be the answer to, hey, work out. Well, no. Go work out. Go work out. And you know, sometimes your body will fall where it's at. I know some people that run marathons that are pretty heavy set.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, but but the goal is to be smaller, and it's not to be smaller just so you can be smaller. It's the fact that it's just not healthy. And historically, black people are the number one people that die of heart disease. What's the number one cause of heart disease? Obesity.
Yep.
Childhood obesity is up.
Yeah.
Childhood obesity is through the roof. And why is that? Because the kids don't work out no more. Kids don't play outside. They don't even have like the playgrounds at some of these schools no more. And the kids just don't. They don't even have, like, they got PE, but they ain't making kids work out no more. You know, they just go to PE, run around, play a little basketball, woo woo, this and that. But it's just, and there's no excuse for us not to exercise. And cool, wherever your body falls, that's where it falls at. But everybody should exercise. That's it right there.
And he gonna take a sip after that.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
And I know, sometimes conversations like this, and especially the way that they're being said, can be very difficult to hear. But that's the only way that you're going to heal is by confronting and being honest, right? And
Hmm.
I have heard people say, well, skinny people, are unhealthy, or even the healthiest person die. We all gonna die. But while you're living, right, do everything that you can to maximize your human
Hmm.
experience, maximize your body. You get one body. All right, you get
Hmm.
this one body, you get this temple that you have to take care of. And so it could cost you a whole lot less. Like you said, we can go out, and some people meal ticket at some of the most unhealthiest restaurants is over $100 for one sitting, just one sitting going out to eat. That's $100. And then 2 days later, or maybe the next day, you go out to eat again. But your gym membership is 1 month, or walking around outside or in your complex or wherever around your job, like at my job, my team members on their 15-minute break, they walk around the building in groups. They walk
Hmm.
around the building in groups because we sit all day. But those things are free or at least affordable. And so if it's something that you want to do, you're absolutely going to find a way to do it. That's right.
Hmm.
One body, do right by it.
Hmm. Hey, might as well do right by it. I mean, we do so much other stuff, man. We do so much bad to it. It's like, do something good for yourself for a change, man. It's okay. It's okay. And then people be acting like you trying to take their little precious fat from them. That's crazy. They'll be like, oh, I just love, I you know, and you know, I hear it, and I hear the body positivity, and it's like I see the big, and you know, and this I usually see it with the big women. They say, oh, I just love the skin I'm in, and they post the pictures, and it's just like, ooh, this and that. I've never, and you know what's crazy is I've seen a lot of big women lose weight. I've never seen a big woman lose weight or a big guy for that matter, or big anybody lose weight and say, man, I sure wish I had that weight back.
Yeah.
I felt so much better when I was fat.
Yeah.
I felt, oh man. And I'm talking about fat. I ain't talking about you lose 10 pounds. I'm talking about like people that lose 60, 70 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And I sure wish I could get that 60, 70 pounds back. Woo! My life so much worse with this extra freedom I got and these clothes. I can just move freely. And I show miss when I used to bend down, tie my shoe, and be out of breath when I came back up.
Yeah.
I show miss when I had to rock to the side when I wiped my butt and had to hold myself up over here. I sure miss that. I just you know
Said nobody ever, huh?
look said no. I sure miss when I would go to the store and I try and find clothes and they ain't never got my size because they don't carry size 44s. They express stop at 38. Ooh.
Said nobody ever. And I'm telling you,
I show miss when I went to J.C. Penney and they ain't have my suit jacket size because they only go up to 52, but I need a 54 because my back wide.
big back season.
Big back season, you feel me? Like it just don't happen, man.
Yeah, we definitely have to take the accountability and responsibility for our own health. And again, the reality of these things is just that. We think it's a game a lot of times and we don't value the things that are valuable. Our weight, our health, our mental health, our physical health, those things are valuable. Like she said, you only get one body. You only get one body. And so it goes with you everywhere you go. Inside your house, outside of your house, work, school, home. This one body goes with you everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a walk. It's free. It is free to
Mm-hmm.
take a walk. Get you a group of friends, all right, and say, let's do a walk together. And everybody's leveraging social media now. Uh, go live on TikTok or something. Let the people talk to you while you walk. Just find some type of way to get yourself motivated and encouraged to be accountable for your own health.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So have you leveraged social media and so what's your take on social media and mental health?
Oh man, I feel like it can be so it can be good and it can be bad. I feel like it's anything else. It's a tool. It's a
Yeah.
tool, but it's man, it's crazy, man, because like in some ways it can be good, in some ways it can be bad. Point in case, let's say like I remember like so let's talk about me growing up being a fat kid, right? So you grow up being a fat kid, that's crazy because you know you get to roast at school and then you get to go home and cool and it's over with. And then I just wait till the next day. Now that shit following
24/7.
kids home. That shit call it's following kids home. So it's like, hey, now I'm a fat kid at school. And then now you get online and people calling you fat. And people calling you fat that you don't even know, or people calling you ugly that you don't even know, you know what I'm saying, when you get into the just different spaces. So it's got that, but it's also so much motivate. It's I'm gonna tell you, social media is a tool in the fact that it is a lot of times what you make it because it's so much motivational stuff out here. And you know, I hate to see people say, "Oh, social media is so negative," and my page, and you know, I talk a lot of junk on social media. However, the stuff that I look up and the stuff that I watch is mostly positive. Like my timeline is not, aside from my friends that be talking a lot of junk and we just you know blah blah blah. But like as far as like the outside stuff from like people and stuff, bro, it's so much positivity on my social media as far as like my explore page, you know, outside of scantily clad women. I kind of look at that a lot. But anyway, uh helping my mental health out that way.
That's it.
Uh
Get what you
you
need.
know, hey, look, they put it out there, so I look at it. You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, man, it's for real though. like it's so much positivity out there online. And it's like I know a lot of people talk about like the podcast. Let's take this for example. So it's like the Red Pill podcast. When guys get on the Red Pill podcast and be like, oh, women need to value us men, and women don't do this, and women blah 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 blah, and I hate women, and I just and then the women then women get on online and they say, oh, these red pill podcasts, guys don't love us, guys don't really care about us, guys get on the podcast and they say anything. Why do you keep watching it? Why? Why are you watching Fresh and Fit podcast? Why? 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 I do not understand why Fresh and you know that's the only time I see Fresh and Fit podcast is when sadly when women repost it and they talk shit about it. That's the only time I see it because
Yeah.
I do not consume that.
Me
I don't
either.
consume. I don't consume that.
I don't even know
I
who that
do
is.
not. I do not listen to that podcast. I don't listen to the other podcast where the guys sit on there and they bash women all day, or even the one where the women bash men all day. I just don't watch that. And if you don't consume that, I'm gonna tell you about the Facebook algorithm or social media
Mhm.
algorithm. It's
Mhm.
like it's really curated to what they think will get a rise out of you.
Yeah.
And you control that. If you get on there right now and for the next week you look up workout videos, the next week, you know what type of videos that they'll force feed you? Workout
Workout
videos.
videos. Mm-hmm.
If you get on there today and for the next week you look up funny animal videos, funny
Yeah.
animal videos, and you just keep on looking up funny animal videos, and you hold it on there, and you look at it, and you laugh at it, and your positive vibes go through. You know what they'll suggest you next week?
More funny videos. More animal videos.
More funny puppy videos.
Mm-hmm.
So, what they say? You are what you eat. Your social media is what you consume.
That's it. That
Your
is
your
it.
your social media is curated by you. And I know right now I could drop a picture of my explore page on Facebook. I mean on Instagram, and it'll be a lot of workout videos in there. It'll be workout videos and scantily clad women. Sometimes scantily clad women working out. And that's what it is. That's what I look at. That's what I consume. That's just what it is. It's a lot of that, and it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of like comedian stuff. It's gonna be a lot of comedy stuff. It's gonna be a lot of stuff that I watch, and that's what they send me. Every now and then you get like a little bogus video or something like that. But if you don't spend a lot of time and focus on it, they're gonna keep sending that to you because what they're trying to do is they're in the business of selling information and selling ads and whatnot, right? So they want to give you ads to like other stuff, Coca Cola or whatever you like, Home Depot ads or whatever. So they want you to keep watching these. They want you to be on there and log as many hours as possible. So what they're trying to do is trying to give you the stuff that you like. They're not
Mm-hmm.
trying to force. They're not trying to force. I've never seen a Republican video in my life that was just like because they know I'm not Republican just by the stuff that I look at. I don't get no Trump stuff.
Me either.
But my homeboy, he a Republican. He probably get Trump stuff all the time. You know.
So it's curated by you. And even though you're saying when I'm hearing you say this, it essentially goes back to us having a choice, us being in charge, us curating not just our social media, but our health, mental, physical, and otherwise. Whether you're eating good or not, whether you're working out or not, the life you live is curated by you and what you do and what you don't do, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Facts. You are what you eat, or let's just say you are what you consume.
Yeah, you are what you
That
consume.
way. And so if you're an overly negative person, your social media says that you're a negative person.
Yep. Yep.
I don't get back the Real Housewives of Potomac or I don't get those videos. I don't get those videos of black women throwing drinks at each other and fighting over some basketball player that got all of them pregnant. I don't get that. I don't get guys beating each other up over gym shoes.
Right. Yep.
I just don't watch it. Are the videos there? Now I tell you what though, Twitter's a different animal. You're gonna get everything on that mother.
I don't
Hey,
even go over there. I don't even go over there.
ooh, hey, Twitter, the wild, wild west, man. Twitter, you gonna get everything. You
I don't
see,
even go over there. I heard
I,
about it.
I don't know who be curating Twitter, boy. I get on Twitter and it'd be like porn, stabbings, beheadings. I'd be like, oh,
That's why it's named
woo,
X, right?
woo, woo,
They do whatever they want to do. That's
woo,
why it's named X now. Because
woo,
that's what it needs to be, X'd out.
woo.
Yeah, Twitter's a wild place.
Hey, Twitter been like that for a while though, for real, for real. Twitter been like that for a while, yeah.
Wow. In your own way. Thank you for dropping the nuggets. Thank you for dropping the wisdom. And thank you for educating and empowering us. You know, if people can take away the initial sting of hearing the truth in such a way and then get to the meat of the matter and say, you know what, I can afford this either financially or just by making the time, then that's what we hope will come from this session today. Because like we said, it's free to go outside and walk around, move your body some type of way, and it's on you. And to those who are guarding children, if it's a fat kid, it's your fault. I didn't say that, Darius.
Hey, oh my baby.
I didn't
Look,
say that. Darius said that. If it's a fat kid, it's your fault. Now,
bro,
I'm
don't
a
raise no
parent,
fat
right?
kid, bro.
He's a parent, so don't feel no type of way. But it's true. You have to be intentional while they're in their developmental stages. What you feed your children. They don't go to the grocery store and buy food. They eat what you buy, or they eat what's in the house, or they eat what you give them permission to purchase. And so, like he said, childhood diabetes is on the rise. We have to start at childhood, because what you learn how to do or what you didn't learn how to do is definitely going to affect you and direct you in your adult life. So, no fat.
Fat kids turn into fat adults,
Yeah,
and fat adults turn into diabetics, and diabetics turn into people that die early.
that's it. And
That's
we
why
don't
they
need
call it diabetic. That was supposed to be funny. I don't even know why. That was not supposed to be funny.
I
But for real, for
cannot,
real.
sir.
Diabetic. Like for real, man. It's crazy. Like,
But it's true.
hey, go exercise, man. Go work out. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Well,
we
the
got we got
transformation can happen.
we got a lot of bad habits as Black people,
We
and
do.
we can't break them all up. It's generational, so we can't break them all in one day. And Rome wasn't built in one day. So I'm not asking people to do a whole lot, to be honest. I'm just one step at a time. It's like I don't never tell people what to eat. That's one of my things. 'Cause I be eating, bro. I be food. What my guy T Grilly say? Food be too good. Food be too seasoned. It be too seasoned. I look. I'm gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? But the way you can counteract that, or just help yourself out, is just do your exercise, man. Just do
Right.
exercise, man. And then then next you kind of change what you eat. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of just baby steps. You ain't gotta go from eating fried chicken to now all of a sudden you gotta bake everything, or you gotta eat only lettuce, and that's why people fall off the wagon. Is they try to
Yeah.
make these extremes. You don't want to go from sitting on the couch every day to doing 2 hour workouts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody gonna look at you like, hold on now. Whoa, what's that?
Whoa. And
Moderation.
what you're gonna do is you're gonna end up quitting because it's too hard.
Yeah.
Working out is hard. Eating right is hard. But when you make it too hard, then you end up quitting. That's why you see people, they get to a certain point. And look, I'm not here to like preach at nobody or fussing nobody. I've started working out and stopped working out more times than I can count. I've started dieting and stopped dieting more times than I can count. But what matters is that you get back on that horse when you fall off. You just kind of and I promise you, it help you. I promise. I look. It's a lot of things where you can say it's subjective. This is objective as hell. I promise you, if you start working out today, you will feel better.
Yeah. Yep. The research shows. The research has shown. And here you are as a testament. So I know some people, and I know in our culture, people like to prove it. I met you in college, and I'm looking at you now. That's the proof. Start working out today. You can feel better. You can, live better and look better. Not
Mhm.
that wasn't for you, but
And look, I'll say this right here though, and working out ain't just for fat people neither. Working out ain't just for fat people. And you know what? This right here, I can't give you this the super statistics because I don't remember. But like building muscle helps you fight a lot of things.
mm-hmm.
And I say that building muscle, and the study I was reading earlier and I was watching earlier was about cancer and how cancer is how it survives and how your body fights it off. One of the factors that increases survivability is building muscle. I can't tell you the percentages because I ain't no doctor or nothing like that, but I mean, and you gotta work out to build muscle,
Yeah,
you know.
that's a
And
good note.
you skinny people, hey, y'all can go work out too. You know, don't just be looking at the gym. The gym ain't just for fat people. We ain't got to be all the people that's in there. I mean, you still. I know some skinny people that can't run down the block.
It's true. This is true.
Think about this. Think about this, people. You got kids. What somebody snatch your kid? You can't even chase after them because you can't even breathe running down the street. I hope nobody kid gets snatched though.
They ain't gonna snatch them. These kids can
uh,
fight.
they ain't gonna snatch them because the kid's fat as hell.
Hey, bye, but
You got to pick up that fat kid. My bad. My bad. My bad.
that's our medicine right there. Listen,
My
now you gonna have people fattening up the kids so they don't get stolen.
bad. Are you mad at somebody come grab your kid and go to pick him up and say, "Damn, she been eating lunch your kid." Okay.
That's so bad.
Y'all
Good
crazy,
notes,
man.
good points. And I'm saying sometimes the truth is hard to hear, so we added a little laughter. So
It
just so y'all
is.
know, get those kids healthy, get yourselves healthy, because that's just the way. Exercise, movement is health. Move your body, move your mind, move your thoughts, move yourself out of the rut, the hole you may be sitting in. So, Mr. Stowers, how can people contact you, reach you, stay in touch with you? Is there like a product, a service, or it's just, well, I'll tell y'all now, if you very, very sensitive, his comedy might not be for you. But if you can handle some truth, then you can follow the page. But how can people
Mhm.
connect with you? And even if it's for workout motivation, because I do see that on your page.
It ain't that bad. I ain't gonna scare y'all that much. But yeah, my name is Darius Stowers on Facebook. Everything is public. You can look it up on Instagram. It's a goddamn fool. So AGOTDAMNPHOOL. Put a lot of content on there. I should probably clean it up and just make it one thing or another. But I be posting family. I got a lot of pictures on there. You know what I found out? I found out people be deleting their pictures and stuff, trying to keep it. I got like 2,000 posts on there. It's just I ain't never deleted nothing off of there. So I got old ex girlfriends and shit. And I got
Nothing.
I got all type of stuff on my page. So I just like, but yeah. And then YouTube. You can go look me up on YouTube at Darius Stowers or a goddamn fool. Same moniker. And we just tell jokes, man. I got a couple shows on YouTube. Just for watching and checking them out. Man, just check me out, man. I'll be outside, man. The Jungle is Hell podcast. Like I say, we ain't put out a new episode in a while, but we still got the old episodes, and the old episodes still fire. And we talk about real life topics and whatnot, so they don't get old. So it ain't like a current event type thing. It's kind of we just pick topics and talk about them and have a good time, and you know what I'm saying, and you know
That's it.
lot of different stuff, man. So like I said, I just advocate for people to work out and make themselves a little healthier, a little better, man. I ain't trying to bully y'all, man, but I'd say this, man. Black people, we gotta change.
Yeah.
We make all these excuses, and we make these excuses about white people do this to us, and they do this, and we in food deserts, and we all this, bro. White people ain't stop you from walking. They ain't stop you from running. And
That's it.
you know, it's crazy. Nah, no, we finna wrap this thing up. But it's crazy. Like I lived in a lot of different neighborhoods in my life. I lived in, rough neighborhoods, all black neighborhoods, affluent black neighborhoods, affluent white neighborhoods. And you know what I never seen before? A bunch of black people outside running. You know what I always see when I live in white neighborhoods? People walking
Runners.
and running.
Mm-hmm.
People walking and running. People
Wow.
walking around. I've never, ever, unless it was like a young black kid who was an athlete in school,
Mm-hmm.
but I've never seen like a overwhelmingly majority of black people outside running. This is not a thing that we do, and that's free.
That's that's free.
It's
Listen,
super free.
we should start a neighborhood walk then, right? Maybe we
We
start
should,
a neighborhood
we
walk and just
should,
like
we
get
should.
the people in your neighbor. Well, that'll do a lot of things. Encourage social connection, create friendships and relationships, and then get people moving and get people healthy. And it also protects the neighborhood that you live in because now everybody knows everybody, and then we're
Mhm,
out there together keeping each other safe. So there's a level of accountability and responsibility from one neighbor to the next. So I think that's
mhm,
cool. Look at that
mhm. Get out there and
neighborhood
run,
walks,
man. Mhm. Get out there
neighborhood
and
walks.
walk. Get out there and walk. Get out there and run. Don't be scared.
Don't
Don't
be
be
scared,
scared. Don't
and
be
don't wait till
scared.
no dog chasing you.
Don't wait. Hey, I ain't seen a stray dog in a long time, man. That's why these kids soft these days. Our stray dogs don't even exist no more.
Not they being loved on and cared for. The dog spoiled too, huh?
Man, the dog spoiled these days. My dog's so fat right now. She upstairs right now just laying around. She a pit bull and she ain't even got that dog in her.
Just
You supposed to be, you used to be scared of pit bulls. Now it's just like, love, it's just a little lap dog now. You be scared
the
of pit
world's gone
bulls.
soft. The world has gone soft. Well,
Mm-mm.
sir, I appreciate you. I appreciate the work you're doing for yourself first and the motivation and encouragement that you're giving to those who follow you and those who will join in. Thank you for giving us this time and this space and those very necessary and healthy nuggets about just taking accountability for our health because one thing definitely benefits another. Um, thank you for joining the light room. All right. And he's attached to the flyers that I put out and the post that I've made. So you can go ahead and follow his social media, his Facebook, Darius Stowers by name, and a goddamn fool, a goddamn fool on YouTube.
YouTube, anywhere else. YouTube,
Okay,
X, Twitter.
don't go
Um,
there, guys.
uh, yeah. Go to Twitter. Twitter, and challenge your mental health there. Let's see if you real right there, boy. I'm telling you. Look.
It really will. We'll
Mm-hmm.
stay away from the ex guys, and we ain't talking about
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm. Sir, thank
Mm-hmm.
you for your time. I'm gonna let you be returned to your family. This will be posted on YouTube as well, so you can share it out to your community as such. But
Thank
again,
you so much.
so much. Have a good night.
All right, thank you so much for having me. All right. We
Absolutely.
can we can do this again whenever you need. Hey, I'll do this anytime. Just let me know.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Bet.
All right.
All right.
All right, Lightroom. Listen. It's everything that encompasses your mental health. I hope listen. Now, I had at least 3 meetings back to back today. So at the end of it, I was like, dang, I'm tired. I'm a little overwhelmed. A lot has happened. And my coworker came in and we had a conversation. And I'm telling you, the way I laughed at that man in that conversation, it shifted my whole mood to prepare me for this space right here. And so, again, even though it may have been comedic, and for some people, it may have been harsh to hear the way that it was delivered, but it was absolute truth. For our babies, we have to get these babies healthy. Childhood diabetes is a real thing, a real thing. So we have to feed our babies more balanced meal. Go on the myplate.gov, I think that's what it is, website, and it'll tell you how to portion those plates for those children. Children can have a healthy and long life. And then even for us adults, be intentional. Some people, don't like to, you'll scroll social media all day, looking at things that sometimes won't benefit you, depending on your algorithm. But then, Pinterest will put the meals together down to the recipes, to the grocery list, all of those things for you. And that's absolutely free. There are a plethora of resources that we have access to that will help our mental health, our physical health. and even our spiritual health, but be careful with that one. So take accountability, take responsibility for you. This has been this has been a really good mental health Monday. I have laughed, and I have needed that laugh. So I hope it helped you too. I hope you feel educated and empowered and now equipped. Join Planet Fitness or whatever gym. Planet Fitness don't pay me. Join whatever gym is in your area that you have access to, but just go somewhere. If you don't have a gym, go outside. I think the neighborhood walk is a great idea. If you live in a community, small or large, maybe you can be the one to initiate it. Some people have neighborhood apps. Put the message out there to your neighborhood and say, hey, let's start a neighborhood walk. And at a certain time and a certain hour, you and your neighbors get out there and just take a brisk walk, take a run, whatever you need to. Build up your social skills as well. So this has been Mental Health Monday. I hope you had an amazing day. I hope you, again, enjoyed this episode. Be sure to share it. The replay will be available on YouTube only. Moving forward, all replays will go to YouTube. They will not be available for view on Facebook. So you got to be here in order to get your questions answered on the spot, right? So have a good night. I love y'all. Thank you for checking in.